Part 3 of oxidation reduction, we're going to be looking at naming some transition metals. Now just to remind you, transition metals are them block of metals in the middle of the periodic table. So you've got your S block here, the first two, your D block here, this is your transition metals or transition elements. Remember, metals just the left hand side of that step line, and then you've got the remaining non-metals over here. So we're going to be looking at compounds of transition metals or transition elements and naming them from the formula that they gave us. I'm going to name them through the use of oxidation numbers. So first one here, we've got FeCl3. If we're filling in oxidation numbers here, we'll start with the chlorine. Chlorine being in group 7, or halogen, and it always gets an oxidation number of -1. So that each atom has an oxidation of -1. There's 3 chlorines there, so that means iron must be +3. So what we call that then is iron 3 chloride. So generally they end in INE when it's a compound, gets changed to IDE, and we just put the oxidation number in here as a Roman numeral. So iron 3 chloride is how you'd refer to that, iron 3 chloride. The next one here, Al2O3. So again, we don't know aluminium, transition metal, variable valency. We'll start with our oxygen, 3 times -2. We're at -6. We want to go to 0, so we're going to add on 6. We're going to add on 6, split up through 2, so 2 times +3. So that's the charge of each aluminium, and we'd call that aluminium 3 oxide. Again, the oxidation number gets represented by the Roman numeral. Third one here, Cu being copper. Again, your transition metal. Start with your chlorine, 2 times -1. We're at -2. You want to get it to 0, so you're going to add on 2. So copper there is +2. We call that copper 2 chloride. Now we're starting to get a hang of it, I can feel it. Number 4 here, chromium. So start with your oxygen, 3 times -2, we're at -6. We want to get it to 0, so we're going to add on 6. We're going to add on 6 by splitting up that, 2 times +3, and we call that chromium. What are you going to fill in? You're going to fill in your 3 oxide. Chromium 3 oxide, and if you Google that, you should get this formula coming up, all going well. Next one, using titanium. So again, if you're getting the hang of it, stop it, pause it, try the next one, unpause it, see how you're right, and just keep repeating that. No point just watching me do them, and go back over them again and again. Going with the Cl, your chlorine, 2 times -1, or at -2, want to get it to 0, you're going to add on 2 here. So you call that titanium 2 chloride. This one you wouldn't really hear that too often once we look at the contact process. When we're making sulfuric acid, we'll be seeing this catalyst. It's a catalyst here. V stands for vanadium. So looking at that, fill in your oxygen, 5 times -2. We're at -10. Want to get it to 0 because there's no charge in it. You're going to add on 10. 2 times +5. So you call that vanadium, ADIUM, V oxide, vanadium pentoxide. This one here now, NiSO4. Starting with your sulfate. So bit of a bother here, so you've got to work with your sulfate actually. So I'll do it over here. SO4 2-, your radical. So 4 times -2. You want to get to -8 to +2, so that's going to be +6. So now when we're filling that in, +6, 4 times -2. Now this is the only transition metal here, and that must be +2. +2, +8, -8. So we call that nickel 2, and that radical is known as sulfate, SO4 2 minus. Next one, Fe2O3. Start with your oxygen. 3 times minus 2, we're at minus 6. When I get her to 0, so you're going to add on 6 through 2 iron atoms, 2 times plus 3. Iron, 3, oxide. So there's 3 wee lines there. And the last 3, CrCl3, chromium again. 3 times minus 1, we're at minus 3, trying to get her to 0, plus 3. Chromium, 3, chloride. And this one here, Cu2O, oxygen just being minus 2. That's going to go to 0, so plus 2, that's 2 times plus 1. And we call that then copper 1 oxide. And then the last one, CuNO3. Again, that NO3 stands out because it's a radical nitrate, NO3 minus. So you need to remember these charges on them. 3 times minus 2, we're at minus 6. When I get to minus 1, so we add on 5. And if we're filling that in, that's plus 5. 3 times minus 2, that must be plus 1. And the way you look at it, that's minus 1, that has to be plus 1. So it's called copper 1 nitrate. And that's it. Go back over them for yourselves and see how you get on.